The following is a presentation of the Harding Sports Network.
We are Harding Sports Network. We are Bisons.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to this week's edition of Harding Football with Paul Simmons. The Bisons with a big victory on Saturday at home over UAM, and it was a homecoming Saturday 2021, and just a spectacular day on campus, and the parade on campus. And Coach, we're going to get a chance to see some of the video of the parade and some of the tailgating and just some of the atmosphere before the game, and it was a spectacular day.
Well, I tell you what, there was such an incredible buzz and energy on campus. The tailgate party, just getting to see so many, people that love this place, don't get to come back home very much. From beginning to end, just an awesome, awesome day for the Brotherhood.
You talked after the game in your press conference about how important it was to honor the old Bisons on homecoming.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. I mean, I'm going to tell you, when I took this job, one of the most important things to me was to do things in a way that would make all the guys that came before us proud. And I don't mean winning. I mean the way we work, compete, love each other, handle adversity, the way we go to class, the way we sit on the front row, the way we do everything. It just really, really matters that we're doing things in a way that makes those guys proud. And I'm telling you right now, if I felt like the old Bisons were not proud of how we were doing things, I'd quit right now. I mean, I'd be done.
Deanna Hudson, crowned homecoming queen. Had a chance to see just a few moments ago. Coach Huck was in the broadcast booth with me on Saturday.
It was
Special
awesome.
Day.
Awesome to have Coach Huck doing the broadcast with you. And, he has a lens that nobody else can see through.
That's right.
He's a guy who's, been an O coordinator, D coordinator, head coach, been here forever, and just has a vantage point that none of us have, and just really awesome to get to have him back on campus, and for all those that couldn't be here to get to listen to Coach Huck and you together is really a blessing.
And I will say that when you go into a homecoming Saturday, and obviously the expectations for this football team, nationally ranked, coming in, a lot of people were excited. Boy, the fans got to see a little bit of everything. The offense was super. The defense scored on a 100-yard return from Cooper Carroll on a pick six, and then 2 block punts. First time that's ever happened by a player in a game. Will Fitzhugh blocked 2 punts on Saturday.
Yeah, it was a crazy day for sure. The pick return, that tied an all-time record. The 2 punt blocks broke an all-time record, and one of the biggest deals was just how many parents were here that don't get to come very much, and how many of our young men don't get to play enough. They got to go out there and play and perform in front of that crowd Saturday. So it would be really hard to draw up a better day all the way around. Just love it and feel very, very blessed. Feel like we were blessed in lots of ways Saturday, and very thankful for that.
Our homecoming game's difficult. I was down on the field before the game, and obviously got to see a lot of the former players, and I know you also had a chance to do that and to say hello, and a lot of recruits on campus as well. And then you have to turn around and you have to play a very big football game.
It is a tremendous juggling act, without a doubt. For us and for our players, that's the day we try to bring our very best recruits to campus, and so those guys are so crucial for our future, and so we're trying to have that one-on-one engagement, while at the same time, we got tons of old Bisons that we love and want to hug their neck, and and parents and the whole situation, and then we got to go out there and play a really, really important game, and for our players too, because it really doesn't matter whether it was a negative distraction or a positive distraction. It's still a distraction, and I'm a giant believer in focus. I'm a giant believer in the value of being able to visualize and see yourself doing things the right way over and over and over again. And if you don't have time to get by yourself and do that, whether you're a coach or whether you're a player, and you think that you're so good that you can just flip the switch and go out there and roll, it doesn't work that way. And so, homecoming is a challenge, and it is it is a scary affair. But I can tell you, I went to practice on Tuesday, and I was ready to chew their rear ends for lack of focus. That's what I expected, but it was the exact opposite. I mean, they really had a great week. It is a mature bunch. They were ready, they were focused, and that, obviously it showed in the way they played. So I'm extremely proud of the young men.
It was a game of big plays on Saturday, and we have plenty of highlights to look at today. Bisons won 64-7 on Saturday, and we'll start with first quarter highlights right after this.
My dad was a soccer coach and bought this little book bag. I could sit in the book bag like facing backwards and with like my legs out. So I'd be in his book bag when my dad coaches and the ball's going around. I'm like kicking at the ball in the back, and my dad was like, "We have a prodigy." So he put me into soccer, and it just progressed from there. The catalyst was the opportunity to play soccer at a Division II school. On my team, I thrive to work as hard as I can. I mean, whatever you do on the field, there's a positive correlation to whatever else you do, be it personal relationships, homework, the way you carry yourself. I've changed since I got to King University. It's really helped me to develop as a leader. I think it's honestly the best thing that's ever happened.
Welcome back to this edition of Harding Football with Paul Simmons. And after the homecoming victory on Saturday, the Bisons with a victory and atop the conference standings. And we'll look at the highlights right here. First quarter, UAM had the football first. Bisons forced a turnover, and now you're going to get the football in great field position to begin this drive.
Yeah, the first takeaway was a big deal, and just give our the offense great field position, which we had all day. And we really, when you're playing it, UAM is a talented football team, and they have some really, really beautiful athletes. And I got a lot of respect for Coach Jackson. Hud is a good man, and he loves those kids and works really hard at it. And it was a dangerous bunch, and so it really, really was a big deal to get out to a fast start, and the takeaway helped make that happen. The offense is playing really, really well right now. I mean, the O-line is just knocking guys backwards, and there's a great deal of confidence, and you can see it in the way they play. The fact that we went for it on fourth down, 3 times, converted 3 times. I told them, I said, this is a trust relationship. When I give you guys a chance on fourth down, you convert and you build trust. When you don't convert, that hurts our trust. But they definitely are building trust in a big way.
Yeah, that first turnover was forced by Cedric Robinson, and Issa with a recovery. Then the Bisons cash it in, score 7 points. Pressure on the quarterback right there. He was very elusive all day, and you knew that he would be.
The quarterback is a talented young man. He's an athlete. Great punt block by Will Fitzhugh and recovery by Orlando. Boy, what a giant momentum play that was. Coach Moat, again, just doing a great job with that group. He told me all week that we're going to get after him, and boy, they did.
So another block punt for the Bisons. Last week, early in the football game, a block punt, get a safety, get a block punt early here, get 6, and then the extra point makes it a 14-point Bison lead right here.
Yeah. People don't realize this, but we had 2 of our, really important defensive ends that didn't play in the ballgame at all, and young guys had to step up. Dylan Jackson being one of those, and playing a lot more snaps and did well. I can tell you that, just the mentality of the defense and those coaches is, the score is at 64-7, but I can promise you that they were miserable that we let them in the end zone. They don't expect it to do that. The standard is set pretty high.
And UAM would put a good drive together right here, with it being 14-0 Harding.
Yeah, they did.
And they score there on the pass, Brown to Parham, 9 yards.
I'm telling you, the score does not indicate how good UAM is. It was a situation where our guys were just really ready to play, and we had some things go our way, but they're a better team than that score would say.
Preston Payton, that's a first down run, and he gets 10 yards on first down.
Watch this, boom, a big conversion. I guarantee you that guy did not like that.
That was on 3rd down and 6. So 14-7 at this point in our highlights.
I thought the offense was really efficient all day. You know, no negative plays, didn't give the ball away. Really good job. Tough running by Cole as always. You know, our player of the game was Michael Cindric, which he didn't touch the football, but he just is such a dominant blocker on the edge, and it's that way every single week.
And that says a lot about this football team and this football program, doesn't it?
Oh, there's no doubt. You know, there's no doubt that it's all about, you know, figuring out your role and then doing it just to the highest level of your ability, regardless of how big or small it is.
See Cole Chancey come back here for a 5-yard run. And Preston Payton for 3. And then I think it sets up a great run right here by Taylor Bissell.
Yeah, boy, look at that edge blocking too. Great run by Taylor, finishing that off. The edge blocking was dynamite. Very impressive.
So the Bison score, and that's a 14-play drive, 71 yards. I thought that was a key drive after UAM had just scored.
Yeah, it was. It really was. You know, that they kind of had some momentum, and that was a big play for us for sure.
Javarius Wood.
What a beautiful pick that was, man. Just light on his feet. Almost got in the end zone. Great blocking out front. Excited to see JV playing so well. Really proud of him.
And that's fun to watch when these DBs, when they get an interception, Coach, they're thinking end zone.
There's no doubt about it. I mean, they all have a tailback's mentality, which I love.
And then punch it right in. Cole Chancey with the touchdown, and the Bison's up 28-7. That was a big swing after you had just made it 21-7 after UAM had scored, and then to get the early pick in that drive and turn it into points.
That happened fast. I tell you what, our D-line was so dominant. The defensive player of the game was Patrick Healy, and you know he didn't have big stats, but you just over and over and over again, the guard of the center just getting knocked 3 yards backwards. Just did a great job. There's old James Townsend listed as a receiver, but he's in our Air Force unit, which is, you know, we try to have fast guys on 3rd and long, and big play for him. Another block punt for Will Fitzhugh. What a special kid. You know, that young man's got 3 years left, and you know he's one of these guys that, you know, he might not run a 4.5 or be 6'3", but he is a great playmaker. He's got a great feel for the game, and really proud of him. Awesome young man.
That went for a safety, so 2 more points for the Bisons, 37 at this point.
Yeah, that happened fast.
Yeah, because after 1 quarter, it was just a 14-7 game.
Right. If there was a negative, we didn't throw the ball very well.
And set up here with what's a 3rd down and long situation.
Yeah, that was a bad decision for sure.
So the turnover, and now UAM get the football back. Again, the Bisons at this point up 30-7, deep in UAM territory right here.
Boy, just love seeing those black jerseys and black hats flying that football like a swarm of bees. It's just so awesome to watch.
Yeah, it was Cade Pugh on that tackle before this completion that goes for 61 yards.
Yeah, number 3 was talented.
Yeah.
Number 3 is a senior. We're glad he's leaving. He's really talented.
Again, that's pressure on Brown. Forced him to throw the football away.
Big 4th down stop. Again, that was the Air Force unit.
That Air Force unit is fun to watch. It really is.
Yeah, they are. That's one of our favorite things. Hey, 3rd and long, Air Force, and you know what's changed is you know used to we would, if we were going to play zone, we would bring in the Air Force. If we were going to blitz, we would leave regular personnel. But now that group can do everything. You know, we can blitz out of it, we can twist out of it, we can rush 4, we can rush 6. You know, we can do every single thing with that same personnel grouping, which makes it a lot more valuable.
Saw Preston Payton with 2-yard touchdown run right there. A lot of Blake Delacruz on that drive, and he was very impressive on that drive.
Yeah, he's just getting better and better and better. I mean, you know, this offense, especially at quarterback, at B-back, and at slot, is just the game live reps are so valuable, and for those guys to get that kind of experience yesterday or Saturday was a big deal for us.
Was the second quarter the quarter of the game? It was 14-7 at half, or after one quarter, I should say, and then 23 points from your team there in that second quarter, and getting it done with special teams, defense, and the offense efficient as well.
Yeah, that was an explosive quarter for us, and it was fun to have that breathing room at the halftime, you know, for sure.
So the Bisons at the half have the lead, and we will come back and we will look at the third quarter highlights right after this.
Graduation is an exciting time of celebration, but also of reflection. You've accomplished so much to be proud of. The world needs you, and now you're ready for the world.
Back on Harding football with Paul Simmons. Bisons with a lead at the half as we get ready to look at the third quarter highlights on what was just, again, I think I used the word spectacular earlier when we started, and I think that was a word to describe the day. We saw some cloud coverage throughout the day, but it was just a perfect homecoming day. A lot of smiles on a lot of faces. It helps that your football team was playing so well, Coach.
Well, there's no doubt about it. It made it a lot more fun. Great job by the return team. Kendall Allen, so dangerous.
How many times do we see that? We see him start a drive, and he starts the second half with that big return, gives you great field position to begin this third quarter.
He's dangerous. Now, he is really fast, but he also has got a great feel. He's a playmaker. I'm telling you, he's got a great future here.
52-yard return, and we saw him on a lot of plays on coverage as well.
Yeah, he's
downfield
physical. He
tackles.
can fly. He does a great job covering kicks. I mean, he changes the dynamic for sure.
So the drive here to begin this third quarter, it's a staple for the Harding program, and Blake Delacruz is going to get it across the goal line for the touchdown. That gets it to 44-7, exactly what you wanted to do coming out of the half.
Yeah, and I'll be honest with you, if that was the final score, I would have been happy. I did not. You know, it's a hard deal. You want to play your young guys, and you want to give them a chance to go play and do well, but you don't want to embarrass anybody. The last score we had when Cooper picked that ball, I just couldn't believe it. I was happy for Cooper, but it kind of made me sick, really.
Cade Pugh had another solid day on Saturday for the Bisons.
Yeah, he gets better and better.
And back-to-back home games in which you have been able to play so many players on the football, on the team. I know that's a reward, Coach, for those guys that work so hard throughout the week. But how important also is that we're getting late in the season to try and keep everybody fresh.
Yeah, to keep guys fresh, but also to have, to have those guys be ready to play and have had game experiences is a really big deal. I mean, obviously, Robert Wilkie has played a lot of snaps this season, and he ended up playing every snap in our playoff game last year, and he's more ready now than he was before, which is a big deal.
So UAM comes out again. It's 44-7 Bisons at this point. 4-yard completion. Forces another punt.
They almost got it.
With the high snap, I thought that one was going to be blocked.
Coach Moat he thought we should have had that one.
What has made this special teams and this punt unit so good this year?
You know, it's obviously it's
I know
talent.
it's a lot of effort.
It's talent, it's effort, it's attention to detail. You know, you wouldn't know this, but you know, tomorrow morning the day will start really, really early when it's dark outside, and it will. The first thing that happens tomorrow is kicking game meeting. Every single kicking game will meet tomorrow. You know, really, really early before school starts, and you know, it's just the focus. You know, Coach Tribble runs that entire group, but you know, everyone takes their job so seriously, and you know, just making it a priority. I mean, you guys know what's important to you.
This caps off what was a great day for Will Fitzhugh. 2 block punts, and then he punches it in the end zone right there with a touchdown.
Yeah, he ought to retire right now. It's probably about as good as it's going to get. That's what a day.
He had a 16-yard run on that drive, a 5-yard run, and then that 1-yard touchdown run.
Yeah, he's got a lot of special stuff to him, and he's a talented runner, and he's got kind of got a nose for the end zone, and he feels it, and he's a tough guy, and yeah, we're excited about his future.
Here's Tuono with a tackle there for the Bisons. He's fun to watch.
He plays fast. Yeah, he's not huge, but he plays hard.
Now we go into the fourth quarter, and we're going to see Tuono right here. He blocked it or broke up that pass.
Yeah, he looked fast.
Forces.
Go ahead.
I'm just going to say forces a punt right here. It was a windy day, Coach. Did you feel like the wind? Did you even notice it all day?
Not really.
Yeah, because it was a breezy day, and that was a 55-yard punt there. And we see a lot of Bisons getting opportunities to play right here.
Stone Sheffield getting a carry right there and looking good. Dre McAllister, wonderful young man, doing a good job right there. Young guys out front blocking.
We got to see a lot of Josh Jones in this football game. He's a big B-back for the Bisons.
Yeah, he's talented. He's still got to figure it out, but he's talented.
And now see Clark in there running the offense.
Yep. Colby's a young guy that's got a lot of potential. He's tough. He's got a lot of grit. His future here is really good.
And this unit, they're wanting to score.
Yeah, there's no doubt. Boy, AJ has got tackled on the 1-yard line several times this year. I know he's getting tired of that.
Yeah, 12-yard run there for him, and then Colby Clark will punch it in for the touchdown. Bisons, after it's a failed extra point right here. So 57-7, the score. And that was a good-looking drive, Coach, for that group. 15 plays, 80 yards.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, very efficient.
And now UAM, this is the drive that they had put together, and what you were talking a few moments ago, that you would like for the score to have stayed just where it was, but boy, Cooper Carroll makes a great play right here.
Well, he did. He read his eyes and stepped in front of it, and then looked fast, didn't he? Look at him go. So my son Tanner, he's like, man, Daddy, I didn't know Cooper was that fast. I bet he said it 5 times.
Yeah, he ran away from everybody, and that's only the second time the Bisons have had a 100-yard return for a pick six for a touchdown. And,
yeah, Cooper is an awesome young man. He's an awesome teammate. He deserves every good thing that comes his way. I guarantee he's worked for it now. He works, he cares. So proud of him.
The only other time that happened was back in 1999 against Northeastern State. Rashard Tillman.
Yep.
Did that for the Bisons, and the handshakes there. And Coach, I know that the respect that you have for Hud Jackson and his program.
Yeah, he's a good man, and he's got some challenges regarding resources and some of that, but he has done a really, really good job with that program, in my opinion. And he's just a good man. He loves those young men, and he cares about them. And I hold him in high regard, and I hope he knows that.
It was a special day. Homecoming's always special at Harding, and then a very special reunion afterward. I know that had to feel good for everybody.
Boy, it was a blessing. It was a blessing. We had young men that were 23 years old there. We had guys there that I guess were in their 80s, and just all together, loving on each other. And that is what this brotherhood is all about. It's about relationship. It's about guys that care deeply, and just to get those guys together was awesome. We were at the home of Kyle and Kelly Blickenstaff, and we could have stayed all night long telling stories, and just Coach Tribble was there, Coach Huck was there, Doc City was there. So many old special warriors that mean the world to this program got to be together, and it's going to be bigger and better next year. We're going to keep on doing that. That was awesome.
Bisons put 64 points on the board and went 64-7 on Saturday, on Homecoming Saturday. A couple of the stars that we were talking about just a few moments ago, Will Fitzhugh and Cooper Carroll. Scott Good caught up with them after the game.
Here with Will Fitzhugh. Will, you blocked 2 punts today. You're the first Bison in however many games the Bisons have ever played to block 2 punts in a game. So congratulations on that first. And just go through each one of those, maybe what you saw, and maybe anything that led up to that this week in practice.
Yeah, Coach Moat this week, we saw a weakness in their punt team, and we knew that we were going to go after some punts. So he told us, man, y'all better get some punts this week, and if you don't, you're gonna have to buy me and my wife some dinner. So we were pretty motivated to go get a punt, and so I mean we just executed it perfectly. We had people, man, everywhere attacking their gaps. I mean, I think of Jake Matting, and the first one, nobody even touched me because Jake Matting, who's inside of me, man, he beats his block and he attacks the guy that's supposed to block me, and so I just come free. And I mean, you put anybody right there, and they're blocking the punt. So I get credit for the block, but I mean, it's everybody else around me,
right,
who did their job perfectly. So. And
then you get the second one for the safety. A similar deal on that one.
Yeah, same kind of deal. Came off the edge, and they blocked down on Jake, and the shield kind of barely chipped me, and I just stuck an arm out and was able to get it, and it was an awesome experience.
What is it like to play special teams for the Bisons?
Yeah, man, we have a lot of guys that want to get on the field, and that's our opportunity to get on the field. And so when you're out there, man, you're just gonna give it your all, and it's a big phase of the game. Our coaches harp on doing your job to the best of your ability. And so when we can change the game, when we're going to.
All right, congratulations. It'll be a homecoming you never forget.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Here with Cooper Carroll. Cooper, right there near the end of the game, you step in front of a pass on the goal line, run it back 100 yards for a touchdown, tied for the longest touchdown in school history. What did you see on that play? And then talk about after the interception, getting from goal line to goal line.
Yeah, we were in man coverage, and my guy just didn't go out for the pass, and so I kind of just sunk back. And I know Beto and Lionel over there had their guys locked up, and so he just, really just threw it right to me.
Yeah.
And then, I felt like I caught it in the GAC parking lot as far as I felt like someone had jumped on my back about the 50-yard line.
Yeah.
But, that was a great experience. Again, he really just threw it right to me. And,
yeah.
Just try to put my head down and run.
Your first touchdown since when?
Well, I guess before this year.
Yeah.
I guess the block punt earlier in the year. Yeah. But I guess, I got caught in high school on a similar play. I got tackled on the 2-yard line. So I was going to make sure I made it in the end zone this time.
Awesome. Well, congratulations, and really a great victory on homecoming.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah. Great team victory. We needed that one.
All right, thanks, Scott, for those interviews, and I just think that sums up your program, the Harding program. When you hear Will Fitzhugh talking about his block punt, and he's giving credit to another Bison talking about Jake Matting.
Yeah, those are both really special guys. Just have a heart for the Lord and a heart for one another. Will's daddy, Stephen Fitzhugh, was a teammate of mine, was older than me, and boy, just such a special Bison warrior that, we were all dumb kids. We did dumb kid things, but Stephen was kind of a grown man the whole time he was here, and he wasn't perfect, but he had it figured out way before we did, and his boys are the same way. Just tremendous maturity, tremendous leadership. But for me to see my old teammates' sons doing so much for this program on the field, but really off the field, much more is a blessing. And Cooper, you know, getting to have that memory and do that, it's very meaningful for sure.
All right, stay with us. When we come back, we'll see what Haley Kate Webb has for us with her player segment, and we'll check in with the special teams unit right after this.
Listen now, can you hear the bluebirds? Oh, look up now, can you feel the sun? Can you feel the sun?
It is the final week of October, and Haley Kate Webb has caught up with a special teams unit to talk about fall.
What does fall theme entail? King size.
Oh, king size all the way.
King size.
Definitely king size.
I'm going king size.
We'll go fun size. Fun size.
Why?
I don't know, I'm just that guy. Coach Greg, 100%.
I feel like Coach Trimble.
100% Roddy Mope.
Matthew Underwood.
Coach Big. Oh, definitely Coach Big, yeah.
Coach Big. I don't know. I feel like he gets scared easily.
No, I got too much dignity for that.
Maybe.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, actually I will.
You bet.
Yeah, you know, I've been thinking about getting one of those blow-up dinosaur suits. Red Power Ranger.
Steve Irwin. You gotta go Steve Irwin.
Steve Irwin's crocodile.
I'm gonna be a stingray. Leaves for hair.
Leaves for hair.
I'm going leaves for hair.
Definitely leaves for hair.
Leaves for hair.
What about leaves for a mustache?
Oof. That'd be really hard to eat corn.
Twigs for legs. Twigs for legs, just because I have them right now, so.
Scary movie.
Scary movie.
Scary movie, for sure.
Probably have to say scary movie.
Scary movie. I'm a scary movie guy.
Fall rom-com.
Oh, okay. What's your favorite?
The Backup Plan.
Popcorn.
Popcorn.
Probably corn on the cob.
Corn nuggets.
Street corn. It's like corn on the cob, but it's got like some sauce over it. It's pretty good. I would say street corn as well.
I'm gonna say corn on the cob with some butter, and it's gotta be grilled to a light burn on it. That's the best way to have it. No.
No.
No. Yes.
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 Yeah, I can go for pumpkin spice.
No, even worse. Absolutely not.
No. Definitely not. Never tried hummus, so no.
I would try it. Maybe pretty good.
Yeah, that sounds smacking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do pumpkin waffles.
I'd try that, yeah.
That sounds really good, actually.
No.
A carb load guy, but not a pumpkin pasta guy.
No.
No.
Maybe pumpkin pasta.
I feel like possibly pumpkin pasta.
Pumpkin pasta. Why not? I'll give that a try.
Oh, that's disgusting.
I'd give that a try. I like Pringles.
Possibly.
Yeah, maybe.
No. What is wrong with people?
Thanks, Haley Kate Webb, for that piece. I tell you, Haley Kate Webb was very busy. She was in the homecoming court, and also had a big part of that. She was on the field right after the game. She interviewed you on the post game and put that piece together for us. So we always appreciate all the work that Haley Kate does. And that special teams group it's great to hear from them because I've sure enjoyed watching them play this year.
Well, they're a giant part of our success, and they got a lot of personality in that group. I'm going to tell you this, people don't know this, but our punter, Cameron Scott, and our deep snapper, Enoch Williams, both of those guys, this is their 7th fall here. Mm-hmm. They're old men, and they're dynamite young men. Enoch actually is married, teaches school full-time at Searcy High School, and every other Wednesday night he hosts the Bible study with our guys, and you talk about a servant-hearted young man. Just both those guys are really neat guys. But yeah, they've been here for a while.
So again, the special teams unit having a great year for the Bisons. Now we turn the page. We look to Northwestern Oklahoma State, longest regular season road trip for the Bisons coming up, and I know that you love traveling with this football team. You're going to get that opportunity to go out to Alva, Oklahoma, and play on Saturday afternoon. Number 10 in the new poll, the coaches poll that just came out, and a long trip, but the Bisons have had success in Alva.
Yeah, it is a long trip, but I kind of like playing there. It's a really neat stadium, and the locker room is right by the field, and so we really kind of enjoy that. But, we really are kind of starting to get to that time of the year where you start thinking about how close the end is. I hope we get in the playoffs and just keep on rolling. But regardless, it's getting close to the end, and so it just feels like, man, what a blessing to have one more day. What a blessing to have one more road trip, to have one more ball game, and that kind of becomes the theme this time of the year. Let's just go enjoy being together one more time. Let's work. Let's figure out how good we can be. I told the guys last night, that I'm really proud of you for all these reasons, but the truth is still this: we are a long ways from playing our best football game. There are so many things that we can do better, and we just got to be dying to find those inches and places to improve. And if we do that, we're going to keep on having a good time. But if we think we've arrived, we're going to go backwards. But yeah, I can't wait to play ball again.
All right, Coach, I always enjoy spending my Monday mornings with you and looking back at a Bison victory. Congratulations on the victory, and we'll see you out in Alva, Oklahoma on Saturday.
Thank you, Billy. Go Bisons.
Don't forget, we will have radio coverage on Saturday afternoon, 2 o'clock kickoff, when the Bisons travel to take on Northwestern Oklahoma State in Alva, Oklahoma on Saturday afternoon. We'll see you next time.